Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today we're just gonna get caught up today. It's been a while since I've done a video. I am the worst for being consistent on here on YouTube. I do it, they say that you should be doing videos consistently, to get up your subscribers, and I feel like I'm not really doing it for that anymore. It was sort of exciting in the beginning to see the numbers grow. And now I just want to come on and just connect. I love the community we have here. I love the women that we have here. And I just want to come on and just talk and just chat like you're sitting right here in my, hey, get Daniel, get away from that. My cat is leaning against the camera, so he's gonna knock it over. Anyway, I just want to come on, just chat like you're sitting in my living room. Like having a coffee. And so there's been something on my mind lately that I really want to talk about, and that is every stinking time I do a video, every time I sit on the couch, every time I sit anywhere, every time I go to bed, this guy is on me relentlessly. Okay, settle in, dude, because I don't want your butt in my face. So I had a conversation the other day with someone, it was a friend of a friend, who had a really hard time believing that I am happy, legitimately happy, being on my own, not having a husband, a partner, a boyfriend, a whatever. And it's incredulous to me that people think that you're not whole or complete, or there's something missing in your life if you're not partnered up. Like, what the F is with that? I just can't explain it. And then instead of trying to like convince them that, yeah, no, I'm good, actually. I'm really good. I have a really full life, and I have friends, and I have family, and I go out. I'm more of an introvert than I am an extrovert. And I go out and I socialize, but it's on my terms, and it's when I feel like it. And I've really learned now, as I'm older, to say no to more things, just because I really value my time. And let's face it, like, we have limited numbers here on earth. And I feel like as we get older, it's so liberating because I don't feel the guilt anymore to have to do things I don't want to do. And so I have a full life, and I find myself so many times trying to convince people that, yeah, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to be set up. I don't feel like I'm missing anything or I'm less than, because I have been on my own for the last 10 years. Now, again, I've said this a million times, like, don't get me wrong. If and when the right person happens to come along, and they're literally gonna have to knock on my door because I'm not doing anything to try and find it, then I'm open to that as well. But I mean, it has to be the right person, and if it's not, I'm okay. I mean, I have friends I travel with. I have friends I go out for dinner with. I'm really, really connected to my kids. And so we do things together. And just recently, one of my sons was saying that I don't need this house. I don't need all of this. And I said, well, I feel like this is the place where we all congregate. Like, this is where everybody comes. This is where we get together. This is like, let's go to mom's house. And they're trying to convince me to downsize. And as I'm getting older, like, I'm old and decrepit already, to downsize and enjoy, have more money, have more money available to do more things. And they're not wrong. Like, they're not. Sometimes I feel like I'm completely house poor. I'm lucky that I own my home, but it is expensive. And so I'm actually starting to consider, like they said, yeah, but we can get together. Their dad has a cottage. We can get together, you know, at the cottage for Christmas. Like, it doesn't always have to be at your house. And you just need to stop thinking that you always have to be the one that is doing Christmas, doing Easter, doing Thanksgiving. We can do it somewhere else. And I think they just want me to free up more of my resources, really, to just really enjoy life. And I feel like I'm not really missing out, but sometimes there's the financial pressure because, as you know, if you work, if you have your own business, no one's writing you a paycheck, right? You got to do it yourself, which means you obviously have to work a lot harder to make sure that you're getting that paycheck. And so I think probably they see me working continuously and constantly. I'm either staging, or I'm helping my daughter with grooming, or I'm helping my other son with bookkeeping, shipping, receiving. I just feel like I'm wearing all the hats. And I think they would like to see me just slow down. And maybe if I sold the house, because also the other thing with the house is that there's a lot of maintenance with the house. My property taxes just went up to almost, like, just a little over $9,000, which is crazy. Like, I'm not living in a freaking mansion. I think this house is like 2,400 square feet. And so, yeah, I do. I work a lot. And then when I have spare time, weekends, I'm washing my house. I'm washing the windows. I'm power washing. I'm fixing this. I'm fixing that. And so I get it. And so I'm seriously considering, maybe I was planning on moving to Portugal anyway. And I'm seriously considering maybe downsizing earlier than I had planned. And then when I do go to Portugal, at least I'll have something little to come home to, like turnkey, like maybe a condo where I don't have to worry about cutting the grass. I don't know, he's staring at me. He's a rescue, and oh my God, he's just my fave. I don't have to worry about cutting the grass or shoveling the driveway, which is such a pain. And so let me know if you guys are going through this as well. Like, I feel like I'm too young to be thinking, oh, like, I don't want to do the stairs, and I'm getting too old to, like, I don't want to feel like that yet, because I don't feel like I'm old. But I'm going to be 60, so I guess I am old. Anyway, so that's one thing, just trying to convince people that I'm good on my own. And the only thing really sometimes that stresses me out is, the financial aspect of what's happening with this crazy world. And, will I have enough to retire? And because really, honestly, you guys, all of my money, like it's in this house. It's in this house. I am literally house poor. Are you guys house poor? I am house poor. And so every time I think I'm going to get ahead, something happens. Like, my car just broke down again. I have to get that fixed. My taxes were just increased astronomically, which is ridiculous. Like, paying almost $10,000 a year in taxes is just crazy. And so maybe my kids are onto something, and maybe it's time to downsize and just, I don't really have a strong attachment to my things. I have beautiful things in my home because I like to be surrounded by pretty things, but I'm not attached really to anything. And I have a staging business, so a lot of these things could go into my warehouse and use it in staging. But yeah, anyway, that's where I'm at. So I just wanted to connect with you guys. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I'm supposed to go on the, I was supposed to be, well, thinking about going on the Golden Bachelor, but I just got an email from them. They're filming June, July, and August. And I have a trip to Africa in June that my son bought me for Christmas, South Africa. going with him and a bunch of other people, and actually going with two of my sons. One is a pilot, so I'm going to be flying there with him, and then my other son is running an excursion in South Africa, and he's the one that bought me the gift to go to South Africa. So I'm going to do that. By the way, check out it's called The Sosa. Shameless plug, I know. SOSA, Save Our Species Alliance. That's his company, and he runs excursions to the most incredible places all over the world. Really cool. So we're going to be like tagging rhinos from the air and stuff. It's going to be amazing. Feeding the orphaned rhinos. We're going to be doing that. And then we're also going to be, what else are we doing? I think the canines, so there's canines that fight fight the poachers, work with the rangers. He's working in conjunction with the Global Conservation Force. So we're going to be doing that, like the canine training, I think, which would be really cool. And we're staying in a 5-star, and where you can see like elephants and the wildlife. Anyway, I'm digressing totally. I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, I know where I was going with that. So anyway, my son bought me that for Christmas, and that's in June. So I can't obviously be going to film The Golden Bachelor because I've got that booked. And then, so they filmed June, July, and August. Not that I would make it that far. Personally, I probably would get kicked off night 1. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so then in August, I'm going with my sisters to Portugal. And so that's 2 trips that I already have planned and I have booked. And I'm really lucky, you guys, because I have, like I said, I have a son that's a pilot. And so a lot of times these flights cost me like next to nothing. So I'm doing that in August, which means that I can not do The Golden Bachelor, not this year. But stay tuned, because there's always the following year. Well, maybe, I'm not sure, because I know there's a lot of changes within that franchise. And I know that this year they're not filming the Bachelorette. So I don't really know what that means. I don't know what's going on with the franchise. I know a lot of people have left the franchise. I know there's a lot of rumblings about changes. So if it's still around next year, then what happened? My dogs aren't here. They're at the cottage with Blake, so I don't know what that noise was. Anyway, if they're still around next year, then I'll apply then, but I'm not doing it this year. And the other thing I wanted to catch up on with you guys. Okay, first of all, this is me catching up because I have nothing planned to talk about today, and I just wanted to connect with you guys. But if there's anything that you want me to talk about, like if there's anything that you want to learn from my experience, for those of you that know my story or read my book, having come from a lot of, financial privilege to leaving a marriage at 50 with no job, no income, no spousal support, and how did I get here, and the journey, and narcissistic, being in a narcissistic abusive relationship. What are the traits, characteristics, and tendencies of people that have narcissistic traits? Go through my videos. If there's anything that you specifically want me to talk about, blended families, the court system, family responsibility office, how to get hooked up with that to get your spousal support payments and child support payments when they're not being paid to you, high conflict divorce. If you want to know anything about that, then just leave it in the comments and I can do a video on that. Home decor, anything that, I don't know. I had somebody the other day ask me to do more videos on fashion and putting outfits together in the workplace. So she follows me on Instagram, and I do a lot more there. Follow me on Instagram, Emily Moynes. I do a lot more posts there, and I had an outfit on the other day that I posted, and she was like, okay, I need to know everything about where you bought that. Because now I really do try and source out items that are really good quality, but a lot less expensive. So like shopping at Zara as opposed to shopping at, I don't know, Louis Vuitton or whatever. So I really am big on that now. And really, I'll tell you right now, the key secret to having really quality products is when you're buy less items, but better quality. So when you're shopping, look for anything that is natural, like linen, cotton, silk. If you're buying, uh, a shirt or a dress or whatever it is that is actually not like a polyester blend, then and it's natural, organic fibers, it's going to last a lot longer. It's going to look a lot better. It's going to look a lot it's going to look a lot more like quality rather than flimsy. And the great thing is you can get a lot more wear out of it rather than constantly just buying stuff and then it I don't know, it fades or it just doesn't hold up. So I could do that too. I could do stuff like that. So yeah, let me know whatever you want. If you need help decorating your house or whatever, just give me suggestions, because I started the channel. I think I have like probably 80 some videos on here right now. And a lot of them are talking about high conflict divorce, blended families, you know, how to get through that, how to go through, like I was in court for, oh my God, my divorce was like 3.5 years, which was daunting, exhausting. I was like broken. I was all those things. And how I came through it and came out on the other side being like literally, truly the best version of myself and the happiest I've ever been. And so I can do those videos too, but sometimes to do a video like that, I have to like think about like what I want to say or just jot down notes. And lately I feel like I haven't had a lot of time to do that. And so that's it. I know this video, like honestly, I'm all over the place. I just wanted to say hi. I just wanted to say hi and connect with you guys and to let you know I'm still here, and drop me a comment. Let me know how you guys have been doing. Oh, the other thing, one other thing. So for those of you that have seen my videos, you know that 5 months ago, we went through a very sort of personal struggle in my immediate family with a family member who was really struggling with their mental health. And anyway, she's been gone for almost 5 months. She comes home this weekend and I'm really excited to see her, and she's doing really great. And shout out to Release Recovery in New York. She has been there for the past 4.5 months. And they are, if you know anyone that is suffering with mental health problems or is just in a really bad place or addiction or anything like that, Release Recovery out of New York. The founder is Zach Clark, the best. Those people in there, they are my heroes, every single one of them. They have been literally lifesavers. And so anyway, she comes back this weekend. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous for her as well because she's been gone for so long, but I'm also really excited to have her back and to continue the healing process, which is, you guys, it's a journey. It's a journey. There is still so much stigma attached to mental health, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. In this world that we are living in today, mental health is on the rise. It is so prevalent, this, cancel culture and the comparison game that we all play, especially if you're big on social media and you believe everything that you see on social media, which is all a load of crap. That's why I really honestly try and be as real as I can. Like I try to just, not always look perfect and not always have the full face of makeup on and come on and do videos of real shit and real life. And I feel like with social media, it has really been detrimental, especially to our young people, our young kids, to their mental health. Anyway, that's the other thing I wanted to catch up on. She's coming home, and so fingers crossed. It's a little just daunting knowing that she's been gone for a while. And yeah, I think we're all just sort of like excited and super optimistic. So that's that. Okay, gonna go. I'm just rambling now about nothing. So great catching up with you guys. drop me comments. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you want me to do a video on anything specific. My book is Rising Up, Take Charge, Break the Cycle, and Rebuild a Kick-Ass Life. And breaking the cycle is really key. So many things, you know, I think it was Albert Einstein who said that repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is the definition of insanity. And until we break the cycle, we're literally like, it's almost like being insane because we're expecting a different result when we're not changing anything to break our cycle of dysfunction or whatever it is. So my book you can find on mamamoynes.com, or you can also find it on Amazon. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. Bye.